So there it is. That is my finished little gable box with my sweeties inside, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if so, I'd really love it if you click that thumbs up button down below this video, and if you came back and saw me again sometime soon, because I do post twice a week, generally speaking. But that is it for today. Once again, thank you very, very much for staying with me to the end of this video. And I'd be thrilled skinny if you came back and saw me again sometime soon. But for now, bye-bye. So the things that I'm using today, my box is one of the lustrous white gable boxes. They come flat packed like this, and you get a few of them. I think it's about 8 in a pack. And you just fold them into shape. Very, very easy, and because they're flat, very easy to store. I'm using 4 colours of ink, lovely lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, and those 3 are all in colours, and Mango Melody, which I think is one of our brights. 2 of the things that I'm using are items that you can get for free in Sale-a-bration. Now, if you don't know what Sale-a-bration is, do you know what? There's a link to my blog below. If you hop on over there, then you can find out all about the Sale-a-bration promotion. Basically, it runs from the beginning of January to the end of March, and these items are part of the 2019 offering. I have a photo polymer stamp set called Hello Cupcake, and I've had lots of fun with that one. And I'm using some of the organza ribbon. This is the Pineapple Punch colour, but there are 5 in the pack, and as I mentioned before, you can get them for free. So here's my gable box in a collapsed position, and I've just popped a piece of scrap paper in between the 2 layers just to protect the back while I'm working on the front, and vice versa. And I've got my ink set up, and I've got Pineapple Punch, Mango Melody, Grapefruit Grove, and lovely lipstick, and I'm going to be using my soft makeup brushes, and I'm just going to press the ink down onto my splodge mat, my blending mat, and I'm doing that just to try and make sure that I don't accidentally contaminate my ink pad. So I'm going to start with the lightest colour, which is the Pineapple Punch, and I'm just brushing it lightly along the top of my gable box, just like that, and then I'll flip it over and work along the other side. And I'm not using a lot of pressure, it's all very, very soft and gentle. I'm just coming a little way down the edge of my gable box. So next I'm going to start with the Mango Melody, and I'm going to carry on doing this, working my way down the gable box, going from the Mango Melody, then it'll be Grapefruit Grove, then it'll be Lovely Lipstick, and I'm using the same brush throughout. So I shall speed this up and give you some music to listen to. I've given that a nice long time to dry because it's the shimmery surface and it's a little bit less absorbent than our usual Whisper White or Very Vanilla. And now I'm going to take lovely lipstick ink and this sentiment, which says Sweet Wishes, and I'm just going to kind of stamp it at random all over my box. This is going to be the front, so I want to make sure that I've got one Sweet Wishes that is completely on the front of my box, because my cupcake is going to go over there, but the others, yeah, I think that's enough on that side, and then just a couple over here. Oh, that one didn't come out too well, but never mind. We'll do something with that later. We'll put a flower on it or something. So now I have a piece of shimmery white card to go with the gable box, and I've mounted up the base of the cupcake stamp onto my clear block, and I'm inking it up with my what's it, pineapple punch. I want to call it Lovely Lemonade. I don't know what colour Lovely Lemonade would be. We've got lemon lime twist, but there may have been a Stampin' Up colour called Lovely Lemonade, but not while I've been a demonstrator. Right, so that one is in place. Now I've got the middle bit of the cupcake, the bit that comes between the base and the icing on top, and this is in Mango Melody, and I'm going to try and avoid getting my head into picture here while I line this up. And if you see the top of my head coming into picture, I am very, very sorry, but I'm trying to line this up as closely as I can, which, yeah, it's not too bad, not too bothered about that one. That'll do, nobody will stop a galloping horse. So next colour is Grapefruit Grove. So inking that one up with lots of light tapping, lining it up and giving the ink a few seconds to transfer, and I've got my squishy mat underneath, my favourite little silicone mat, and as you can see I've kind of gone over there, but it doesn't matter, nobody's going to notice. And maybe it could have been a little bit further over to the side, and I think I'm going to do this again because I am a perfectionist. Okay, and I'm going to stamp the cupcake next. So I have a piece of shimmery white card, and I've mounted up my stamps onto the clear blocks ready to go. I'm going to start with the case of the cupcake, and I'm using the pineapple punch, which is a lovely bright sunshiny yellow, and I'm going to cut this out, so I'm not worried too much about where it's going to sit on my base card. I'm giving the ink time to transfer, and because this is a photopolymer stamp, I have something squishy underneath, which in my case is a silicone mat, which I find works just fine. I know some people like to use a mouse mat or a pricking mat, something like that, but I find that works just well for me, my little silicone mat, or you could just use a thick pad of paper, something like that. Right, now so I'm trying to line this up as well I can without actually getting my head into shot, and this time I'm using Mango Melody, which I am really liking. Next is the frosting or the icing or the cream on top, whatever you want to call it, and this is Grapefruit Grove, which I'm going to be quite honest, it's a colour that I'm struggling with, so I'm going to place this just over the top, just like that. And if it overlaps a little bit, it doesn't matter. You know, it's not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. I have my little sprinkles, which are going to be done in a lovely lipstick. There we go. And also on this block, I've mounted up, let me take that off so I can see what I'm doing properly. I've got a little, I don't know, what would you call it? A little bit of a decoration on in the shape of a heart. Okay. Right, so the next thing that I'm going to do with this is fussy cut it out. And while I've got my stamps out, so a little flower. Take that one away just for a second, and I'm going to. I've cut out my little cupcake. I cut away the little shadow that was on the end of it there because I didn't think it looked quite right, and my trimming on this side's not exactly straight, so I'm just going to improve that just a little bit. And I haven't cut quite up to the edge, or I've tried not to cut quite up to the edge. I've tried to leave like about just a couple of millimeters, fraction of an inch on the outside here. And I'm trying to decide, I'm going to put some dimensionals onto the back of it. Just trying to decide whether I close up my box first or whether I put my embellishment down first. And I don't know if you can hear a whizzing noise in the background. That's my computer's just decided to run its fan at full speed, which every now and again it just does. I've got fan control software running on it, and it takes no notice of it whatsoever. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. It's not too hot, but it is a little bit noisy. So I'm going to pop that down into place, and now I'm going to close up my box. Now when I put that down, I made very, very sure that I wasn't covering up this fold line. Okay, so this is how you do it. This one goes in first, followed by the two side panels, and last of all, the one with the flap. And do that. Shall I do that again for you? Because I got terribly confused about these the first time. So this one goes in first, the one with the thing that looks like a letterbox. Your two side panels go next, and last of all, the one that's got the sticky out flap. There you go. And before I close it up, I'm just going to pop in some sweeties. So it's quite a big box actually, it'll hold quite a bit. So how many of these will I get in here? These are cherry liqueurs. So there's 4. Yes, 5. I could possibly squash in a 6th, but I won't, just in case. I'll close the box up. Just bring those two handles together, and then this fits over that end, and this fits over that end. And just to finish it off, I've got a piece of the organza ribbon, which is one of the items that's in Sale-a-bration this year. And actually, this is pretty much a Sale-a-bration-y project because, of course, the stamp sets are Sale-a-bration sets as well. So, so all in all, you know, didn't pay for the stamps, didn't pay for the ribbon, and you get 5 colours of ribbon. And I love organza ribbon, I really do. Okay, so all I'm doing now is just playing around, trying to make my bow look pretty, and to bring it to the front of the box. See, it'd be good if I did things where you could see them, wouldn't it? That would work better. I think we'd all like that better. Okay, right, I'm just going to trim off the ends with my paper scissors, not my ribbon scissors. So let's go carefully. And there you go. Hi everybody, it's Keren here from tuppence-coloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is what I've been playing with today. It's one of our shimmering white gable boxes, and I've just given it a bit of a zhuzh really. Stay with me, I'll show you what I did.